Welcome to the Modern Day Cottage. Today we're going to be sharing a spring morning breakfast, and we're going to start by making milk kefir. First we have to strain off our milk kefir. This is incubated for 24 hours, and all it takes is a few kefir grains to get a quart of kefir. All you need is milk, kefir grains, and a glass jar. It is so simple to make. Milk kefir is a powerhouse probiotic. It is one of the fermented foods that we absolutely love and enjoy here in our cottage. You will need kefir grains. You can purchase those kefir grains online. They're usually freeze dried, so it may take a couple of times for you to get very thick kefir, but just use that milk. It's like soured milk. You could use that as buttermilk in your recipes, so don't discard, when you get one trying going and it's not thick kefir, you can still use that milk where you're trying to wake up your kefir grains. Ruby Ann and I have some special things that we're going to be sharing with you today. First is the milk kefir smoothie. We're finished up making the milk kefir. How you do this is you pour in your milk, and then you're going to add in the kefir grains that you reserved from the last kefir. If you haven't started any kefir, your kefir grains will be in a packet and freeze dried or dehydrated. And you're going to add in milk. Then you're going to cover it with a coffee filter and a rubber band, and then you're going to set it in a dark, cool place to let it ferment overnight, up to 48 hours. Once it has thickened, then you'll do as Ruby did before, and you will strain it in a plastic strainer, and then you'll reserve the kefir grains for the next batch. It really is a very simple probiotic drink to make in your own kitchen. You can find this blog post at themoderndaycottage.com. We'll also put the link below. Now we're going to get busy making a delicious breakfast. We're going to be doing some pancakes, the milk kefir smoothie. We're going to start by heating up the Lodge cast iron crepe pan. This pan has been a treasure here in our cottage kitchen. We use it to make hash browns, pancakes, crepes, fried eggs. It is a multi-purpose pan. I love it because it has a low lip for items that you need to get a spatula up and under and flip. Right now we're adding in the ingredients to our pancakes that we did, our sourdough pancakes that we did overnight. So you add in your baking powder, baking soda, salt, and vanilla, and then mix that up. And you're going to add in your 2 eggs as well. You can find this blog post at themoderndaycottage.com, and you can do a same day or you can do an overnight ferment, and both of the directions are on the blog post. So I'm using salted butter into the cast iron Lodge pan to make the pancakes. Ruby Ann and I try to diligently have breakfast like this at least 3 times a week, to have time to reflect and to be in the kitchen together and just really talk and have fellowship with one another and find out what we're doing for the upcoming week and any kind of goals and aspirations that she has that I need to be involved in, and maybe even purchase supplies for, so that way she can utilize her ideas that she has coming up. We're going to make a strawberry compote. And what we do is you take frozen fruit and a little bit of sugar and a little bit of lemon juice, and you're going to cook that. And then when it cools, after you cook it down and you blend it up and it cools, it'll actually thicken up for a topping for all different things that, other than just pancakes. You can use it in a smoothie, you can use it on French toast or even on bread. I went ahead and made some whipping cream for the top, so that way it could taste like strawberry and cream pancakes. And it tastes to me just like a strawberry shortcake would taste. Nothing says springtime like strawberry anything. It is so good and fresh. It tastes so fresh and bright with that strawberry compote on the topping. And having that whipped cream just was the final note that it needed. Ruby Ann is now making the Kefir smoothies, and we're going to make them strawberry cream themed as well. So we're going to use strawberries, maple syrup, vanilla extract, and milk kefir. It is simple as that. You want to use a good blender that'll blend up the frozen fruit very smoothly. We love the Vitamix blender. We actually got this refurbished on the Vitamix site for half the price around Christmas time back in 2016, I believe. It is one of the many tools in our cottage kitchen that's a workhorse, and we love using the Vitamix for our blending needs. If you like yogurt, I feel you'll love the milk kefir. It's a little bit more carbonated tasting and a little bit more tangier than yogurt. But if you sweeten it a little bit and add some fruit, it's a delightful drink to have with a powerhouse of probiotics in it. Slowing down and having breakfast with Ruby Ann is one of the many treasures that I cherish here in our cottage. I know it won't always last and be a thing, so I'm going to embrace it and really soak it up and immerse myself in the time that I do have with Miss Ruby Ann. One day she'll be spreading her wings and having her own home and being the homemaker of her home, but I'm very much in a place of just soaking it up and enjoying the time with her. So we have a fern on the front porch that a bird has made a nest in, and now there are eggs in the nest. We're so excited. Now we have to be very careful when we are watering the fern, so that's probably why the fern looks a little stressed out, but soon there'll be babies flying out of the nest and we'll be able to water our fern a little bit better. This is Chicken Little. She is not little anymore. She is absolutely cute. And oh, and this is a new mama. She had 15 eggs and only 2 hatched underneath her. Oh, there you are. Hello. She abandoned the eggs, so we rescued the eggs and we were able to hatch out 4 of biddies from those eggs. Our seedlings are actually, they're getting to the point of probably needing repotted and then hardening off very soon to go out into the cottage garden. This morning I have some ironing that needs to be done. I love to do my ironing in the mornings, and it just helps get things moving and going. I at least try to iron at least once a week, get everything ironed up that we've washed throughout the week. Some weeks I'm on top of it and I can get them done every day, but here lately, with everything we got going on, with a tiny house being started and just a lot of different projects going on, ironing is now as once a week instead of every day, but that's okay. It gets done eventually. I love to put on a freshly ironed outfit that's been just laundered and ironed. It's one of the many things that I loved doing when I was a child. I know that seems very odd that a child loved to iron. My stepmom actually taught me how to iron, and I was given that chore to do ironing, and I enjoy ironing. As Amazon and Azuri affiliates, any links below that you click on and make a purchase, we may make a small commission at no cost to you. We only share products that we love and use here at our cottage. We are going to drain off the kombucha that we had going in earlier vlogs. It's now completed. I love using this kind of container to do my kombucha. So I drain it off over the sink and I put it into mason jars, and then we'll put it in the refrigerator, or we'll do a second ferment. And that is what we're going to do today. We're going to do a second ferment of the kombucha that is ready. So we're going to do coconut water and cherry juice in the second ferment. You use 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of fruit juice to 16 ounces of kombucha. You're going to let this set in a dark, cool place for 24 hours. Be mindful of the container you put it in and the temperature in which you're putting it in, because second ferment kombucha can actually explode. So you don't want that to happen. So you just be very mindful of that and check it periodically. That is the kombucha that we drained off, and I had it refrigerated. So we're going to pour it into the bottles where I put the cherry juice and the coconut water. So we did 3 cherry and 3 coconut water. You can use any fruit juice that you would like for your second ferment. And what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and start another batch of kombucha. So I made a strong tea, 4 tea bags, family size tea bags for a gallon of tea. So I'm just making it like a concentrated tea right here, and I will add more water to it. And it's 1 cup of sugar to every gallon of tea for your kombucha. And you're going to add in 2 cups of the kombucha that you strained off from the batch, as well as keep the SCOBY in it. That is what you see still in the container, is the SCOBY. And you want to let that tea come to room temperature. You don't want to pour warm tea into the kombucha, into the mother, or add kombucha to warm tea, because it actually kills all the bacteria that is helping make that fermentation. And now I'm pouring in the kombucha that we strained off. So I got 2 cups of the kombucha, 1 gallon of tea, and 1 cup of sugar. And then, of course, the kombucha SCOBY. You're going to let that set for several days up to several weeks. It just depends on your environment. And what I love about this container is I can take a little shot glass in the front of it and taste test it throughout the process to see when it's ready. And then cover it up so that sunlight doesn't affect it. Thank you for watching with us today here at the Modern Day Cottage. We hope our video inspired you, and as always, we will bring you homemade recipes, cottage living, and a cozy home. We'll see you in the next video.